Hello everyone, we are here at the beautiful community of Arrowhead Ranch, and I'm here to give you a full tour of this community to see if it's a good fit for you to be moving to or maybe not. We're going to go through the location, we're going to go through why it's one of the most famous and well-known communities in Phoenix, and particularly probably the most well-known community in the West Valley. Talk about some of the best things to do around it, talk about the housing here and what it might be like living here. Before we get started, I always have to plug my 100% free Moving to Phoenix guide. If you're thinking of moving to the Phoenix area, this gives you everything you should know about moving to Phoenix. I moved here 6 years ago, and it's everything I wish I knew before I moved here. So feel free to reach out to me. My email and phone are on the screen, and I will get that right over to you. I'll get my face out of this video so you can take a great tour of this community. We'll first take a look at the location. So as you can see right here on the map, this actually used to be considered the Northwest Valley in Phoenix, but honestly, as Phoenix has grown so much, this is really considered central. Just about anything inside the 101 I would consider central in the Phoenix area. And again, half of Arrowhead Ranch is outside the 101. So technically, not all of it in the 101, but this is a very central location. And because it's so close to the 101, you are extremely close to some of the bigger things that you want to get to, such as going over to Scottsdale, especially North Scottsdale. You can get there about 20 minutes without traffic. Obviously, if you're going during rush hour, that's a different story. You can get down to Westgate in about 15-20 minutes, and then you can get to the airport or downtown Phoenix in about 25 minutes. So extremely central and right around here. I mean, the location is prime. You are right next to the Arrowhead Mall, which obviously a ton of shopping there. And then also the P83 area, which is a newer development in the last 10 years, right inside of Peoria. But you are so close at Arrowhead Ranch, you're probably a 10-minute drive where they have a ton of restaurants. A lot of modern ones that we love, such as Barrio Queen, Arrowhead Grill are some great spots there. And then also there's 2 movie theaters over there and tons of shopping. I mean, every major store you can think of, Target, Marshalls, Ross, all the places my wife spends all our money at. All those great places are over there. So yeah, extremely central, tons of things to do. And the community itself, it is a famous community, and honestly for good reasons. It's one of the larger and one of the first master plan communities in the Phoenix area when it comes to this size. And it has a name recognition that has held because of how nice the community has been upkept. As you can see, driving through this community, it's just got tree-lined streets, it's got nice houses. One of my biggest preferences to this is that they're mostly custom-built homes, so they're unique from each other. They don't look like the cookie-cutter homes that you see at these new builds where every single one looks the same except for the paint color. Now, you have a lot of different styles inside of Arrowhead Ranch. There are a bunch of smaller neighborhoods inside of Arrowhead Ranch, with Arrowhead Lakes probably being the most famous of those and also the nicest of those, which is right at the base of the mountain. And there is lakes that are all throughout the community. Almost every single property has a backyard with a lake view of it. And yes, you can have a little boat that you dock right behind your backyard. There are no boats with a motor, though. It has to be pedal boats or paddling. So something like that you can take through. They actually have some fun stuff that they go around at Arrowhead Lakes, like during the Christmas season, they do a light show that comes through and everyone puts lights on their boats and they paddle on through so everyone can see them. It's a fun time there. And honestly, you see that all throughout Arrowhead Ranch, just different community events that they're doing. There's Facebook pages, there's web pages, all this stuff about what is going on at Arrowhead Ranch for the community. There are 2 golf courses inside of Arrowhead Ranch. One is the Arrowhead Country Club. They used to both be private, but now the Arrowhead Country Club is the only private course of the 2. And it has also the country club feel to it. So it has things like the workout gym, like tennis. You can get coaching. They have a restaurant there. There's a ton of amenities to this. You can either get the full membership with the golf included, which is unlimited golf, or you can get the lifestyle membership where golf is not included. They actually don't make their rates known to the public. So if you're interested, you would have to call them directly on what those prices might be. They are somewhat expensive, especially for the golf. There is an initiation fee. Like some of the nicer courses that you'll see in Scottsdale, they have a similar setup to those, just maybe not as expensive. And then you also have the Legend at Arrowhead, which is a public course. It's a nice course. It's about $80-$90 to play in the peak seasons, which isn't crazy expensive for here in Phoenix. And overall, the course is nice. They got water running through it. You get decent mountain views all around. So take a look at some of these aerial shots as we go through the community. I mean, it is just a well-kept community. You have mountain views around it. Right next to the freeway, you can see the golf course going right through the community. It is just a place that people want to move to. There are tons of home styles here, and they are the type of homes that people are looking for. You have a lot of modern floor plans and also some unique floor plans that people are also looking for, where maybe there is an office space downstairs or an extra loft space upstairs, stuff like that you'll see in Arrowhead Ranch. In terms of purchasing here, the median sale price is $556,000, and there are currently homes for sale from $415,000 on the low end all the way up to $1.4 million. And that higher over $1 million, there is a gated section over in the Arrowhead Lakes, which is right up against the mountains. So that's where you're going to see some of those top dollar homes being there. But again, most homes are going in the $500 to $600 price range. And that to me is one of the more impressive things about this community, is how well it has continued to hold value and gain value over the years. Even though it is a few decades old of a community, you're seeing tons of appreciation throughout the year. So definitely a big plus. The HOA fees, they depend on which neighborhood you're in, but they all hover around $70 monthly. And now it's going to be much higher if you're going to be in one of those gated, nicer communities. But overall, the larger scale of Arrowhead Ranch, it's about $70 monthly for their HOA fees. We'll keep driving through this community just so you can see more of it. You can see the nice center dividers. You can see some golf courses on your left and right. There's a park right here on your left. So there's just a lot to do. It's a very family-oriented community, right? It's not on the outskirts where you're just going for a nice house in a quiet neighborhood. This is a beautiful community that you'll see people constantly going on walks with. You see dogs around here. You see people at the park. It's ideal for getting to schools. You have tons of restaurants and shopping nearby, and you just have beautiful homes all throughout. So Arrowhead Ranch, easily the nicest community in Glendale, Arizona, and one of the more famous and well-known ones across all of Phoenix. All right, that's everything you need to know about Arrowhead Ranch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want that moving to Phoenix guide, just reach out to my phone or email on the screen. And if you want help moving into Arrowhead Ranch and want one of these beautiful homes, I would love to help you out. Again, my phone and email on the screen. I am a realtor here in Glendale. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos like this.